Hello everyone, welcome to lecture series on functional analysis. In our last lecture, we have seen some example of Banach space. So let's continue with that example and next example which is given over here, that is space L infinity is equal to ordered infinity tuples, that is x1 x2 up to so on, and for every xn belonging to uh, space k, this is true for every n equal to 1 to up to infinity, and modulus of xn less than or equal to m means this sequence is bounded sequence, right? This is true for every n. This term will give that my sequence is bounded. So for some m greater than 0, so this space is vector space over K with respect to term-wise addition and term-wise scalar multiplication. And here also we have defined the norm, that is norm infinity is a function from L infinity to R, which is defined by norm of n uh, infinite tuples is equal to supremum of modulus of xn, and for all n is a norm on L infinity, and this space L infinity with this norm is a Banach space over K. So here we have to show that uh, this is a norm, right? Means this norm will satisfy all the properties for norm. So we have to prove that this with this norm and with this space is norm linear space, and also we have to prove that this space is Banach space over K, right? So for solution, it is easy to check L infinity is vector space over uh, with over K, and with two operations, that is term-wise addition and term-wise scalar multiplication. And zero element of this space is 0 0, means 0 times infinity times 0 0 0 coordinate, right? So here to prove that this is a norm with this space, it means this function defined by L infinity to R defined as norm infinity of this element of L infinity, which is supremum of modulus of xn, and this is true for every n, right? So for that we have to prove fourth property for norm. First property is my this norm is greater than or equal to 0. So take definition norm L infinity and take element from L infinity, that is infinity tuple x1 x2 up to xn and so on, right? So by definition of this norm infinity will give supremum of modulus of xn, but here is modulus, and which is always greater than or equal to 0, and if we are taking supremum which is also greater than or equal to 0, so uh, it become this means norm infinity is greater than or equal to 0, and this is true for every element of L infinity, right? So first property we proved. Next, second property, that is norm infinity is equal to 0 if and only if use definition of this, that is supremum of modulus of xn and for every n is equal to 0, so here is equal to 0. So supremum of modulus of xn is 0 means if and only if, when I'm saying that this supremum will 0 if this sequence modulus of this sequence is 0, and this is true for every n equal to 1 to up to infinity. When I'm saying that this modulus of sequence is 0, so xn is 0, this is true for every n equal to 1 to up to so on, right? So xn is equal to 0, and this is true for every n equal to 1 to up to so on, will get x1 comma x2 comma so on xn and comma so on is equal to this 0 element which is of L infinity plus dot. It means from this vector space. So we have proved that second property. Next, going for third property, that is norm infinity of alpha with this element, and we have to prove that alpha modulus of alpha into norm infinity of a given element, right? So here multiply alpha to this element of L infinity, that is norm infinity of alpha x1 comma so on comma alpha xn and so on. So use definition of this norm will give here supremum of modulus of alpha x n, and this is true for every n. Here you can taking outside of this modulus, that is modulus of alpha into modulus of xn, right? This is supremum over n, so you can take outside of this supremum, that is alpha modulus of alpha into supremum of modulus of xn, and for every n, right? The definition of supremum of modulus n is which is norm infinity of this particular element, and this is true for every alpha belonging to k. It means every scalar belonging to k and element of L infinity. So we have proved here third property. Now move on second property, that is any two elements of this L infinity space, when we apply this norm infinity, will give less than or equal to norm infinity of first element plus norm infinity of second element, right? So here use addition, term-wise addition. So which is norm infinity first element, that is x1 plus y1, and if I'm going for n element, will become xn plus yn, right? Use the definition of norm will give supremum of modulus of xn plus yn, and this is true for every n, right? This is the property of supremum, that is supremum of modulus of xn plus yn will give less than or equal to supremum of modulus of first element plus supremum of modulus of second element, or you can say that here sequence. So definition of supremum of modulus of xn, which is norm infinity of this element and plus norm infinity of your second element, right? And this is true for every element of L infinity. So here we have proved for property of norm, right? So we can say that L infinity with this norm is norm linear space over K. It is easy to check, it is vector space. Then you have to prove that this norm is satisfy for property for this space, that is norm linear space. Now remaining to prove, that is L infinity with this norm is Banach space over K. For that we have to take sequence Cauchy sequence, and we have to prove that is this sequence xn is convergent to some point of this space L infinity, right? So let's continue. Next, that is to prove L infinity with this norm is Banach space over K. So for that I'm taking xn sequence where n is running from 1 to infinity be a Cauchy sequence of this norm linear space, and xn you can write it as xn as x1 to the power n and so on, xk to the power n and so on. This is true for every n equal to 1 to up to so on. So this is Cauchy sequence in n. You can use the definition of Cauchy sequence, right? That is for given epsilon greater than 0 there exists n 0 in n such that norm infinity of xn minus xm less than epsilon. So this is true for every n and m greater than or equal to n 0. Here you can use xn element, you can write it as x1 to the power n and so on, xk to the power n and so on, minus also you can use the definition of xm, that is x1 to the power m and so on, xk to the power m and so on. which is less than epsilon, and this is true for every n and m greater than or equal to n0, right? Substituting these two terms will get x1 to the power n minus x1 to the power m and x to the power n minus x to the power m, and so on, xk to the power n minus xk to the power m, and so on, which is less than epsilon. So use the definition of this norm infinity, that is supremum of modulus of xk n minus y xk m of k, and which is less than epsilon. This is true for every n and m greater than or equal to n0, right? Call it as equation number 1. So this is true for every element of this space. So you can take particular element, that is modulus of xj n minus xj of m, which is less than or equal to supremum of this modulus, which is always less than epsilon. So this is less than epsilon. You can set this element also less than epsilon. So it means will imply that modulus of xj n minus xj m, which is less than epsilon, and this is true for every n and m greater than or equal to n0, right? And for every j is equal to 1, j is running from 1 to up to so on. So it means is a Cauchy sequence xj. From this you can say that this is Cauchy sequence in k, right? So Cauchy sequence in k, which is converge in metric space, right? In this k means k is our scalar field, and suppose I can say that this x j n is convergent to some point yj, right, as n tends to infinity in k. Here my yj is in k, right? So next, let y equal to y1 up to y1 comma y2 up to so on, yk and so on. So our claim is we have to prove, that means y belonging to L infinity and my xn sequence is convergence to point y, right, as n tends to infinity in space L infinity with this nonlinear space. So for that we fixing n greater than or equal to n0 and allowing my m tends to infinity in equation number 1. So we get supremum of modulus of xk to the power n minus yk for k, which is less than epsilon, and this is true for every n greater than or equal to n0. So use the definition of norm, will get like this, split these two elements as a minus, subtracting. So from this is nothing but the element y, right? So from this you can say that xn minus y is in L infinity, right? So you can write y as xn minus xn minus y, and I'm saying that this element is in L infinity because my xn is in L infinity, and here we have proved that xn minus y is in L infinity, right? So y is in L infinity. So our claim proved, that is y is in L infinity, and this is true for every n greater than or equal to n0, and also my xn is convergent to this y, and also y is in L infinity as n tends to infinity in this space L infinity with this norm infinity, right? So we have proved that Cauchy sequence xn is convergent, and that convergent some point, suppose y, and also proved that y is in our space L infinity, right? So thus, every Cauchy sequence xn in L infinity space, which is convergence to this space to some point y belonging to L infinity, and L infinity with this norm infinity is a Banach space over field K. So next example is Kn is equal to x1 comma so on xn for every xi belonging to K, and my I is running from 1 to up to so on n is a vector space over K with respect to coordinate wise addition and coordinate wise scalar multiplication. Here we have defined some norm P, that is norm p is a function from Kn to R defined by norm p of x1 comma xn comma so on, will give summation over x I is equal to 1 to n modulus of xi to the power p whole to the power 1 upon p. Here give condition that is my p is in between closed interval 1 to open interval infinity, and here maximum of xi where I is running from 1 to up to n from use this definition if my p is infinity, right. We have to prove that this is norm on space Kn, and also proved that that is Kn and with this norm P is Banach space. So we have proved this example earlier. So if you are going to prove this example, you have to show example number 1 and 2. So try to prove this example, right? It's up to you. So next theorem, that is, let x with this norm be a Banach space over K, then we have to prove that vector subspace y of x is a Banach space with respect to this norm if and only if y is closed in the space x and norm, right. So we are going to prove for that. Suppose y is a Banach space over K. Here is part if and only if. So first we suppose that y is a Banach space over K and prove that y is closed in this space, right? And converse part we have to prove that is y. We supposed that y is closed in this space, and we have proved that y is a subspace of y is Banach space of this space, right. So first prove this part, that is, suppose y is Banach space over K with respect to this norm, and we have to prove that y is closed in x with this norm. So I have proved that y is closed in space. So for that I am taking sequence from this space y, that is yn is equal to n is equal to 1 to infinity be such that yn is convergent to some point x as n tends to infinity in this space to some x in x, right. We let this y because my y is a Banach space over K, and from definition of Banach space we can say that every Cauchy sequence is convergent to some point, and that point is in uh, space x with this norm, right. So use the hypothesis, and you can say that this space this sequence yn is Cauchy sequence and which is convergent to some point, and that point is also in our space. So then yn is Cauchy sequence in this, and hence y is Cauchy sequence in x with this norm, and hence in y comma with this norm, because y is a vector subspace, right. It means you can say that here it is yn is a Cauchy sequence also in this space. Since y with this norm is a Banach space over K, it means you can say that yn is converges to y as in tends to infinity in space y with this norm, and to some point y in y, because y is in Cauchy sequence in some in space y to this norm, right. Next, then yn is converges to x, and as n tends to infinity. Earlier we have proved, and next yn is conversion to some point y as n tends to infinity, right, in space x with this norm. So here, when we say that this same sequence is convergent to different point, it means their point, that point is not different. It means x is equal to y. Points are same in space y. So if you can say x or y, here we are saying that x belonging to y, right? Thus, this sequence is convergent to some point x isn't tends to infinity in space x with this norm, and x is in y. So you can say that y is closed in space x to with this norm, right? Conversely, we have to suppose that y is closed in this space, and to prove that is y is Banach space over K. So for that, use this hypothesis, that is y is closed in this space. So let sequence yn be a Cauchy sequence in this space. Then Cauchy sequence in this space is a Cauchy sequence in Banach space. So Banach space, Cauchy sequence in Banach space implies yn is convergence to x as n tends to infinity in this space to some point x in x. It will imply that x is y is a subspace of x, right? So if my x is in x, right, so obvious my x is in y, so we'll imply that x is in y since y is a closed in x, right? And this sequence is subspace of y. Thus, every Cauchy sequence in this converges to this space to some point x in y. So you can say that y with this norm is a Banach space over K. Next is theorem. Uh, some space is given, that is C equal to uh, an infinity tuples, that is x1 comma x2 comma so on xn up to so on, and my xn is in K, and this is true for every n, and xn is converges to some x as n tends to infinity. Means my C space is given, that is the set of all convergent subsequence in K. Here we have given that xn is convergence to x and x is in K. So you can say that this sequence C is a set of all convergent sequence in K. We have to prove that is closed vector space of this space L infinity uh, with infinity norm, and hence you can say that this is the Banach space over field K. So proof, we know that every convergent sequence is bounded. We know that every convergent sequence is bounded, right? So you can say that C is a subspace of L infinity. You know that space L infinity, in this space all which types of element, that is all sequences which are bounded, and here space C, right, which type of elements in this space C, the all elements which is sequences, and which sequence that are convergent sequence, right? And we have some result, that is every convergent sequence is bounded. So you can, from this two, you can say that this C is subspace of L infinity, right? So using exercise number 1, it is easy to verify that this is C is vector subspace of this space, right? And remaining to prove that is C is closed in L infinity with this norm L infinity. So for that, let's uh, take sequence xn in C be a sequence such that xn is convergent to y, because in C every sequence is convergent sequence. So from this you can say that this is xn is convergent to y, and Sn tends to infinity in this space L infinity to some point y belonging to L infinity. So let's xn, you can write xn as x1 to the power n and so on xk to the power n. And this is true for every n running from 1 to up to so on. And take y as y1 comma y2 comma so on yn comma and so on. Then given epsilon greater than 0, there exists n greater than n 0 belonging to n such that norm infinity xn minus y less than epsilon by 3. And this is true for every n greater than or equal to n0. So here why I am taking epsilon by 3 in prove the theorem. You know that why I am taking epsilon by 3, right? So next use the definition of here xn and here yn. Take subtraction, that is uh, xn x1 to the power n minus y1 and so on xk to the power n minus yk and so on, which is less than epsilon by 3, and this is true for every n greater than or equal to n0. Use the definition of norm infinity, that is supremum of xk of n minus yk, which is less than epsilon by 3, and this is true for every n greater than or equal to 0, right? But we have no but some point xn0 is in C, and xn0 you can write it as xn0 in the form of sequence. So will become x1 to the power n0 comma so on comma xk to the power n0 and so on. So this sequence xk n0, where my k is running from 1 to infinity, is a convergent sequence in k, right? So this is Cauchy sequence in k. Why? Because this sequence is convergent in k. So you can say that this is Cauchy sequence in k, but we have to prove that Cauchy sequence in our space, given space. So use the definition of Cauchy sequence in k, that is xk to the power n0 minus xl to the power n0, which is also less than epsilon by 3, and that is this is true for k and l greater than or equal to k0, some k0, where my k0 in belonging to n. So now I am let modulus of yk minus yl. You can split this as yk minus yk n0 plus modulus of xk uh, power n0 minus xl n0 plus xl to the power n0 minus yl. But here we have earlier proved that that is less than or equal to epsilon by 3, and also proved that modulus, this modulus is also less than epsilon by 3, and from here you know that this is also less than epsilon by 3. So epsilon by 3 plus epsilon by 3 plus epsilon by 3 will get epsilon. So now you know that why I'm taking epsilon by 3, right? It is not necessary to take epsilon by 3, you can take epsilon by 2, right? But which is less than epsilon. So this is true for every k and l greater than or equal to k0 by equation number 1 and 2. So from here you can say that modulus of yk minus yl is less than epsilon, and this is true for every k and l greater than or equal to k0. So from this you can say this is a Cauchy sequence in k because yl is in k, right? So this is convergent sequence in also k. So I have to take some point y, that is y is equal to y1 up to so on yk up to so on, which is in C, and we have to prove that this y is in our space C. We have that this sequence is in C, and also know that xn converges to y as n tends to infinity in this space to some y belonging to L infinity. Here my y belonging to L infinity imply that y belonging to C, because C is subset of L infinity, right? So also C is closed in this space implies C is called in vector space, closed in vector space, uh, which vector space L infinity plus and dot. So you can say that this is Banach space over K. Here I am using earlier theorem, right? That is space is some space closed in this if and only if this is a Banach space. So here I am using earlier theorem. So hence proved